Hey there, do you feel like you're training abs all the time, doing every single ab exercise, but you still can't get a six pack? One thing that could be causing this is an anterior pelvic tilt. So how you find out if you have this is with your posture. If your hips move, if your chest is up but your hips are back far and you have like an excessive arch here, that means you have an anterior pelvic tilt. Also, if when you squat here, you squat down and the hips move back like this and the chest stays up like this, and you have this excessive arch here, you don't have that, you don't have this straight back like that, you have this excessive arch here. That also means you have an anterior pelvic tilt. Another sign is that so you just do this stretch here. You get the knee down on the ground like this, and you move both the hips forward, and you just feel a huge stretch here, and are only able to get like this far. You are able to get the hip more into extension. That's also a sign that you have this anterior pelvic tilt. So how you fix this is you can start off here doing this stretch right here. So how you do this, so just get on a knee like this, have a wall to hang on to, move both the hips forward like this. And you should feel it right here in the front of the hip here. And then another thing you can do is foam roll this too. So with the hip flexors, it's easier with like a baseball or lacrosse ball. Just lay down here like this, and then take the baseball, put it on the front of the hip, and relax the muscle here, and you should feel the tightness right there. Find the spot that's the most tight and hold it there for 30 seconds. Then when it comes to the ab exercise you're gonna do, it's we need to do an exercise here that has no hip flexion at all. So what you're gonna do here is so lay down here like this, and then keep this. So you gotta make sure the feet stay in line. You're gonna come up like this, but keep the feet here. So don't let the feet slide forward. Don't let the hips slide back. So you gotta make sure the hips stay on the ground right here. The feet stay here. You gotta make sure the legs do not come off at all. So you're just gonna round this lower back to kind of get you off the ground like this, and then just hold this here as high as you can for as long as you can. And then just round this lower back here. Make sure there's no flexion here in the hips, so make sure feet don't come off. Make sure hips don't slide back here. Make sure the feet don't come, so don't have the feet come forward like this either. That's gonna just allow the hip flexors here to do more work. And then another important thing here is do not do any other ab exercises besides this one, because any of the other ones are just gonna allow more hip flexion involved. So like if you do all these things, but then you do a ton of leg raises or leg lifts, and you're just gonna be using your hip flexors because your back's just gonna arch here, and because you have an anterior pelvic tilt, and you'll just be training your hip flexors here and not training your rectus abdominis, which is what you need to get that six pack. Once when you finally do fix the anterior pelvic tilt once when your back's finally straight, then you can include other ab exercises too. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you.